Three, two, one. Hi, I'm Baby Oopsie Daisy, and welcome back to Nefarious Reels. Will you be my special friend?
Now I'm
Actually,
gonna shit
not.
my
It's
pants.
I was actually tricking you all. This is actually Cole. But yes,
Oh
welcome back
shit,
to
you
Nefarious
fucking got
Reels.
me.
Yeah, you were my dog. You were my dog before. Now I'm Baby Oopsie
No, I'm still
Daisy.
your dog.
Oh, you're still my dog. Okay.
Yep, I'm still your dog.
Yeah, but
Gotcha. Bark bark.
I really fooled everyone, make sure that I was Baby Oopsie
Yeah,
Daisy.
you got me. I was totally ready to shit my pants there. If you didn't if you didn't admit you were Cole.
Playtime.
Yep. But we are Nefarious Reels, and we talk about bad movies.
And who are you?
I'm Ninja Jedi.
All right, there we go. I was waiting for that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. Sorry about that. Whoops.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we can just start our
Wait,
discussions.
no, bing, bing, ba doo doo
Oh,
ding, 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 and Nefarious Reels interesting news update. So, last
ooh.
episode, when we were talking about things, I brought up how there was a supposed to be a Blu-ray release for Things, and it didn't happen. That's the conclusion I reached. But after that, I actually went around and looked some more, and I actually found it. It was listed not under Things, but it was listed under the Barry J. Gillis, fucking, I have the D Blu-ray here. Yeah, the Barry J. Gillis Triple Threat Collection. That's what was listed on it. It had things on there, so naturally, and the three other movies had The Killing Games and The House of Many Sorrows. So I bought it, I got it, and I decided to check out things, and then a little message pop up at the end saying that, hey, this is like the VHS copy. This is not an HD version of things. I
Those
was
damn
I was
bastards.
gypped. It's not even like a better version to own because there's less special features on the Blu-ray of this for things than there is on the DVD. Like the Blu-ray list, its only special features is the theatrical trailer and the Toby Hooper interview, which isn't really an interview. They just show him watching the trailer, and then he goes, "Oh, it's pretty nice."
Wait, they got Toby Hooper, the guy who did Texas Chainsaw?
No, what
That
happened
Toby
is
Hooper?
because that special feature, I didn't talk about it when we talked about things because
Oh,
it's also on the DVD, and I think they're at like a con, like a horror con or something, and they basically just like pounce on
okay.
Toby Hooper and they like hook up like a TV to show him the trailer of the movie.
Oh.
Like, I don't think they actually went out of their way and got into contact with Toby Hooper and like had a whole setup thing or anything.
So it kind of sounds like they just stalked him and were like, "Hey, Toby, can we show you this trailer for our movie?"
And he's like, well, "Who the fuck are you? We'll pay you $100, Toby Hooper, please, and say good things
Sure.
about it."
It's the best movie ever.
Yeah. So I got gypped. Now all I
Yeah,
really
you did get
have is
screwed.
a Blu-ray with two movies and a poor man's copy of Things. If you're gonna buy Things, don't hunt down the Blu-ray. It's a sham. Buy the DVD. So in a
It
sense, they're real. I was right on the money the first time. There is no Blu-ray of Things.
So would you say it's a bigger scam than anything Derek Savage has ever done?
No, like I said before, I backed his Kickstarters and I got the items that I backed.
Mm,
Hell, I'm wearing my Cool Cat shirt right now, actually.
yes. Is it Cool Cat Loves You?
Yep, it says Cool Cat Loves You, and it's got cat
Hell
hair in
yeah.
it, because fucking we got cats here. So it's even more authentic.
Oh, Cool Cat's gonna love that.
Oh, speaking of Cool Cat, actually, that new Kickstarter he had for that
Yep.
Harry Jet movie, it,
Oh,
it
yep.
succeeded.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I really want to know if Derek actually knows that like his audience isn't full of kids, but it's more like YMS and I Hate Everything fans.
I mean, he has to, right?
I feel like at this point he would.
Well, I mean, he has to. We're funding every movie he makes.
Yeah. And
But
there's no way kids are handing that money over
yep.
unless it's their parents' credit card.
But with that fun little update, the mystery's been solved. Technically, yes, Things is on a Blu-ray, but it's not upgraded, so what's the point?
It's a Blu-ray, but not a Blu-ray.
It's a Blu-ray, but not Blu-ray quality.
Yep.
But that is your Nefarious Reels news update thing, whatever. So take it away, Cole.
All right. So now, after the little news reel we had, we're on to the discussion. And for the retro pick was mine. It is from Full Moon Features Demonic Toys.
Our second
Direct
full moon.
Yeah. But this one's directed by Peter Manoogian. I don't know how to Minugian there. Let's just say that.
All
So
right.
basically, the story is it's this cop Judith and her partner. They were a part of this. Hold on, I'm trying to read the
Like
plot.
Sting.
Yeah, yeah. So like in some like sting operation with these arms dealers, but they're doing it like right outside a warehouse, and then there's this security guard Charnetsky, and then chicken delivery guy Mark join in, and all of a sudden this like 66-year-old demon comes out of nowhere, and he wants to
Scott the
possess the.
Woz. Because he looks like Scott the Woz, like as a little boy. Like imagine the kid with the glass wearing the Scott the Woz glasses. You see it, right?
Oh, hey all, Scott here.
Diva, hey all, Scott here.
Yeah, but like you gotta like do it in the robotic voice. He's got, hey all, Scott here.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, let's Scott the Woz demon wants to possess the fetus of Judith's baby and basically birth the Antichrist.
And he also, well, to get his power to do that, he brings the toys
He has
to
to
light.
kill people.
He has to kill people in the warehouse to get his power stronger.
Yep.
And he uses it by making the toys in the warehouse, a small collection of them, become demonic. Hence, demonic toys. Got him.
So, what did you think of this? I mean, I already saw your letterbox rating and review of it, but
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good for a full moon movie. You bastard! You're
it was
cheating.
hilarious.
You're picking good movies, Cole.
Well, Full Moon isn't really the best production company, to be honest.
I mean, a lot of their later work isn't holding up, but like, you know, if you go to their earlier stuff, back when they were making these like kind of schlocky but also clean like TV movie horror stuff, or at least I'm assuming this was for TV because that's what it feels like. It has a charm to it, really.
It does. It's got that kind of little bit of like made for TV or even just that kind of direct to video kind of movie. Kind of one of those ones you would find like the $1 bargain bin.
No, that's unfair to it. It'd be like in a $5
that's unfair.
bargain bin.
Oh, a $5. Okay.
A $5 one.
Oh, so like the $5 one at Walmart, kind of.
Yeah, $5 one you would find at a Walmart. Unless you're me, you bought the Blu-ray because of course I did.
Yep, of course.
Yep. And it doesn't have subtitles, which was annoying.
Ugh.
I don't know what's with Full Moon and not putting subtitles in their like Blu-rays. Like, how hard is it to hire just like a transcriber to just like copy it down? I don't know. It would be nice. Screw
Because
you if
it's-
you're deaf.
Yeah, because it's extra tough to just read subtitles on the bottom of your screen while watching the movie.
Well, you can't. They're not there in your freaking Full Moon movies. But yeah, we have a whole cast of characters. We have Cop Girl, who apparently is in another one of the Demonic Toys movies, Doll Man versus Demonic Toys.
Doll Man.
Yeah, which is another Full Moon property.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have our chicken guy, or
Yep,
like our
Mark.
bad boy.
The cool guy.
You have our criminal. You have
One
our-
of the criminal.
one
The
of the
criminal
criminal.
that wasn't shot.
and died. We'll get to the other criminal's death a bit later, where our minor characters. We have our security guard, who is the best character, who just
Yes,
wants
Charnetsky.
extra honey for his goddamn chicken because they keep fucking skimping on him.
Yep. And he doesn't want any of those wings or shit.
Yeah, he doesn't want any of it. Extra crispy. We have the
No, he didn't want extra crispy. He wanted the other one. The
The other
other
What was
option.
it?
I forgot what it
I
was.
forgot, it was like death or something.
Golden brown?
Golden brown, maybe? I have no clue. Like I said, if subtitles,
Something like that.
if there were subtitles, I would have known.
Yeah.
But there wasn't,
I know.
so I don't.
It's a shame.
We have the filler character, Runaway Girl, who's only there to, I don't know, increase the body count to basically explain away any plot hole that could have happened that they figured out post-production. Let's see. Any other?
I'm looking through the cast list right now.
I think that's like, you also have the demons, you have the evil Scott the Woz,
Yeah.
and
Then
then
that other kid, and then like the demon lady.
no, it's not a demon lady. Well, I mean, she's a minor character. She's a hallucination. You got the weird demon guy.
Mhm.
And of course, we have all the toys. I feel like we can go over them in a bit. Let's cover some of our more minor characters. There's two of them. We have, as you mentioned, the cop girl's partner, who's also her lover.
And they find out
She's
they're
preggers.
expecting.
Yep. They're basically together and they're talking about marriage, and he's like, "Oh, what did you want, a kid?" I mean, like, sure. He's like, "No, I'm trying to tell you we're having a kid. I'm like 3 weeks Where she was like, what?
No, it was like a month. They said like 31 days.
I thought it was 3 weeks. It wasn't like very long.
It was not long. It's like, but it's somewhere within a month.
Because we can't have her like pregnant in the movie.
No.
She's the sex appeal of the film. You can't have her become like be preggers.
I know, like ew.
But unfortunately for our cop duo, well, first we don't know what they're doing. We don't know they're cops yet. But they start doing the arms deals, and it's like, freeze, dirtbag, we're the police. And naturally, one of the guys' first instinct, one of their bad criminal characters' first instinct is to throw the gun he has, which is empty. Yeah, he throws the gun that's empty at the cop, and so he instantly shoots him.
Like, why? I wrote that down. I was like, why did you throw the shotgun at him?
Like, why wouldn't you like use the butt? Because there's no bullets in it.
Yeah, why not use the butt and like hit him and like make him unconscious,
or at least stun him?
Yeah, like do something that would have put him out of any kind of function.
Incapacitate him.
Yeah.
I don't know, but unfortunately, he shoots the one guy, but unfortunately, the criminal guy has a partner who is our main bad guy, kind of, and he shoots Cop Girl's partner, which leads him to die. And I just realized, think about it, Cop Girl calls for backup, doesn't she? Or does she run after them?
I think she ran after him.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I remember
later in the movie, she says, "Go to my cop car and call for backup."
Yeah.
Which is
she told Charnetsky because there was some police code, obviously. And...
Yeah. But basically, the criminals, one injured, one not, runs into this warehouse which is full of toys, and through they get separated while the cop girl chases the main baddie. Her injured baddie ends up crawling to the floor to like the one shiny spot where his blood drips into the floor. It's cracked and it reveals to be a pentagram, or well, it's a star. Not a pentagram yet, but it's a star, which gives the demon the power to get the toys to become possessed, which kicks off all the carnage that happens throughout the movie. Oh yeah, and our security guard guy calls our bad boy the chicken place, which is one of the more comedic parts, where the bad boy hates his job, he hates everyone there, he gets scolded by human SpongeBob. I mean, it looked like him. He had like the blonde hair, he had the tie, like the shirt and like the pants. He looked like those like human SpongeBob pictures you see.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
I don't want to think about those cursed images.
Think about it. You will see it. Visualize it in your head.
I can already see it.
Good, because now you have it stuck in your head forever now.
Great.
So bad boy basically quits and delivers chicken to the security guard. I'm just calling him security guard. I don't remember any of their names. They're not important. And he delivers the chicken, and they eventually investigate because police lady captures baddie, handcuffs him. She shoots off her gun to basically alert them, and they find her and the bad guy. And that's when the demonic toys come out and play. And now we can talk about... Well, you can talk about... I've been doing all the talking, really, about everything. Yeah. But you can tell us about the demonic toys, all...
The titular demonic toys.
4 of them?
You got... It's like 4. You got... Wait, let's count them first. You got...
Baby Oopsie.
Baby Oopsie Daisy.
The worst one.
The Grizzly Teddy. The Jack-in-the-Box clown.
Right.
There's that one robot.
Yeah, the most forgettable one, really.
The one, that like never shows up after. And then there was like the toy soldier, but that was it. But we can talk about that one a little later too.
Because he's not that. The toy soldier is not a demonic toy. But that's a little. It was just like in a live one. So for starters, I hate Baby Oopsie. It's probably because it talks. It's the worst one.
I thought it was unironically funny.
I hated Baby Oopsie so much because it fucking talks and
just
it's supposed to be the comedic Alif character. I didn't need it to talk. You know what makes Puppet Master characters are so great? They don't talk. They just attack and like kill. That's all I want.
So that's probably like the clown and the Grizzly Teddy more.
Well, I kind of probably the Grizzly Teddy's my favorite. I enjoy my favorite design is the Jack-o'-lantern because it's a rattlesnake.
Mm-hmm.
That's like kind of the thing. I'm sure you caught on to it.
With a clown face.
But it has the clown face, and then it has the baby rattle, and it's a snake and tied in the box and it pops out. And I thought it was pretty cool. The Grizzly Teddy is probably the coolest design, especially when it like digivolves into like a big version.
Yeah,
it becomes suburban Sasquatch. That's basically what first came to my mind. I was like, oh no, he became the suburban Sasquatch.
Yes.
This
and then there's shared universe confirmed.
Yeah, shared the Nefarious Reels canonical universe.
Yes. The NRCU.
Exactly. And we also have the robot, which is the most forgettable because when you think of demonic toys, you don't think of robot tank monster. You think of more toys you normally play with. It's like the most forgettable one, and it just shoots lasers,
It
and
just,
it
yeah, it
shoots
just
it
shoots
badly
lasers and it
too.
does nothing else. And then it just kind of rolls around slowly.
It gets knocked over, which seems to be easy to defeat, and then I guess off camera, I guess it got back up.
Hmm.
I guess.
I guess it probably found a way.
So judging by your reaction, Baby Oopsie was probably your favorite.
I just thought it was so goofy, especially when it starts talking. And well, my whole favorite part throughout the whole movie was when it picks up the gun,
That
shoots
was pretty
Charnetsky,
funny.
and then you get Mark's reaction. Oh my God! Somebody shot him!
Yeah, he's pretty wild.
Ah, it was hilarious.
Like, how would you rank them, the demonic toys? Since it's only really four of worthy note.
Well, the robots obviously last.
Yeah, same. Wait, no, my worst is Baby Oopsie. That's my last place one.
Okay, so robots third for you then.
Robot's third. It's like a close third.
Like if I put it in a tier list, I would put the robot in like F. All the other ones, no matter what I do with like three, two, and one, they're all like B to S tier, which maybe Grizzly Teddy, then the clown, then Oopsie Daisy.
Oh wow! Even though Baby Oopsie's your favorite, it's still only ranked number third.
Nope, that was three, two, one.
Oh, for me,
Yeah.
F tier is Baby Oopsie and the robot. Then the Jack in the Box is probably my B tier, and then Grizzly is my A tier.
Okay.
There's no S tier really for me on this list. Well, no, those random kids with gas masks on tricycles, those are S tier.
Oh God.
Because I have no idea why
Those
they're
little
designed like that.
hallucinations.
Yep.
They're just, yeah, riding on bicycles with gas masks.
I was waiting for some like deep explanation about how like the place was like haunted or something, or like this used to be a factory in World War II to produce like chemicals,
Yep.
or like something like
Nothing.
that. Nope, they're just hallucinations.
Yep, they were just hallucinations.
But
Just
they can't hurt
mess with
you,
you.
so that's really it.
Yeah.
So the whole premise of the demonic toys is that they're trying to get out because all the doors are locked, including the one that the criminal and the cop girl go into because the runaway filler character goes in and basically explains everything like, oh, they already blocked off that exit, so there's no way we can get out over there. And basically, she's just the exposition dump. She's there to like say the things, say the lines, and then get killed. She's like the most forgettable character in my mind, honestly.
Yeah. But you got to increase those body counts somehow. And you always bring in characters that don't matter at all.
She literally appears out of nowhere. She just climbs through a vent.
And then
Like,
just pops out and it's like, hey, sup?
like you can't have a scene with her like peeking through the vent and seeing like the baddie like die and the demonic toys coming to life or something. She just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, that would have been maybe a little more nice. Just to have like one scene where it's like she's in the background, or maybe it's like a POV through like a vent, and you're like, who could that
like,
be?
Setup and then boom, there's the payoff right
No,
there.
no setup.
No setup, she just shows up, boom.
No setup, just payoff.
Do you think that's like someone's family member? Like someone in the production, their like
Oh,
daughter's like,
say,
I want to
someone in,
be
like,
in the
production
movie.
crew.
Yeah, like they're like some like or like a producer, like someone who's helped funding this movie. They're like, hey, my like teenage daughter wants to get into acting, so can you be in this movie? This movie that you told me is gonna be a smash hit. And Charles Dant's like, yes, of course.
Okay, sure.
She's the worst
I
character.
hope that's how it went down.
That's what it feels like, because she really does just appear out of nowhere. Explains everything. She explains how they're trapped, explains like why there's demonic toys, explains the hallucinations, and then she just gets unceremoniously killed off by Oopsie Baby or Baby Oopsie or
Baby
what,
Oopsie
who gives a
Daisy.
fuck? I hate him. I hate Baby Oopsie.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah, but Baby Oopsie kills off the girl. She gets stabbed in the face with a needle, and then she dies. And then everyone's like, well, she's dead. Well, no, Bad Boy Jack's like, no, she's dead. And he's very upset for like the 10 seconds that he goes on about it.
And then he just kind of brushes it off after.
Yeah, well, he's got to check out everyone else.
Yeah, because he's your 80s cool guy.
I can't believe we forgot to talk about the weird dream the cop girl has.
How am I not remembering this? Oh my god.
Remember, it's like it happens at the beginning of the movie when
Hold
she
on.
talks about her dream. You know, when she's sitting in the room with the two kids and there's all
Oh.
the clocks for some reason,
Yes, 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 yes.
and they're like, "I win." No, I win.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I remember that. They're like playing some game, and they sound
They're
like
playing
kids.
war. They're like war,
Yes, the
war.
war card. Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
You
I
win. No, I
honestly
win. War.
I unironically love the scene where they're in the clock room because it's so weird. And that's something I always kind of appreciate with some of these full moons films is that they'll just all of a sudden get like really weird with something, and I'll always appreciate that.
Yeah, it does open it up in such a weird way that makes you go, "What is happening?" I'm curious now.
I'm sure if I watched the behind the scenes stuff, I'd probably get more of an explanation, but no, I didn't.
Mhm.
I decided not to. Also, can you point out how weird it is that I think one time when the demon kid shows up to talk to Cop Girl, he's just wearing this like weird like 80s shirt. Like
Yep.
you remember that, you know what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
Like I kind of wished it was like consistently he was just wearing that, but I think they like changed his outfit for something a little more fitting. Like I
Yeah,
think,
he does like change it periodically.
yeah, which is a real shame. I was really hoping he would wear that 80s shirt. Maybe I can buy it like full moon. Maybe they sell it there. Like the original shirt, just like $100 for this fucking dirty, disgusting shirt we've kept in our warehouse. We kept in the warehouse. We happen to shoot demonic toys.
Full Moon. I'm gonna check this while Full Moon Production Shop probably.
I don't know, maybe.
We'll see. Oh, Full Moon Direct.
Oh, you're actually checking out the website.
Yeah, I'm actually checking out the website right now. See it. Yeah, but it looks like more like movies and comic collections.
Okay, ripperoni, baby.
Yeah, no like clothes or anything. That's sad.
Oh well. You know what? What's your favorite scene in the movie? Like ironic scene in the movie? Because I have one of mine. I know I love ironically.
Ironic. Well, yeah, I already said my unironic is the oh my god, somebody shot him.
Classic.
Oh, ironic. There's so many to choose from.
Mine is
Yeah,
the
what's yours?
shootout. You know, the toy shootout.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, at that point in the movie, a lot of people died. The demon has become strong enough to possess all the other toys, but they don't get demonic transformations because that's too expensive at that point, and they're probably already over budget. So they
Yeah.
just have them awkwardly move around, and then they just start and then they just started blasting.
So anyway, started blasting, pow, pow.
Yeah, they just
With your
basically shoot it.
pieces.
It's a pretty great scene because I think they legitimately actually fired off guns and fucking shot these toys like in the film.
I hope that's what it was. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's a good fun laugh, especially since the toys don't even like do anything. Since they're like non-threatening looking, it just comes off more goofy and funny. I don't know. There was something else I wanted to mention. I forgot what it was. It was. Nope, can't think of it.
Okay, I thought of something for ironic. It was kind of more near the end when like Scott the Woz is revealing his whole plan, and it's like this is basically child's play. That's what I was thinking.
Where he basically possesses the child.
Yeah, yeah. It turns like into both like a mix of child's play and Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, speaking of him explaining the plan, we forgot to talk about the great flashback scene where he talked about how he tries to get birth weight.
Yeah, he tried it like 66 years ago.
Yeah, he gets
the time.
the birth fails, and it's like with these Satanists.
Yeah,
But it's like the most pathetic Satanist like birthing
it's not
thing
even
ever.
like cool. They weren't like wearing robes or had like any candles.
It's
like,
just an
saying some
old
kind of
lady
weird
with
stuff.
like a doctor in like a house. It's like a home birth thing.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing like cool looking.
But that's what makes
No,
it so
like-
funny, though.
Severed goat's head or
They just have like one like pentagram that's just hanging up in the background. But I love how
and then
basically
there's those kids that trick or treat, and then she gives them the.
she's like, "Yeah, we
demon
need you to
fetus?
plant this in the earth and like take care of it, and then it'll grow big." And then in a twist that no one saw coming, when they found the thing, they screamed and they just threw it behind them and ran off. And it just so happened that is where the warehouse got built upon.
Unbelievable.
That's just so goofy.
It's so dumb.
Like, what plan is that? Why wouldn't you just do that on your own? Why would you plan it on your own time? Why would
No.
you give it to like 3 kids? Like, how do you expect them to react?
Like, how do you trust kids at all?
Oh boy, a dead baby! I can't wait to bury this in my mom's backyard.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Yeah. I had to pause just for a second just because of what you just said.
You had to think it over.
Yeah, a dead baby. Can't wait to plant this in my mom's backyard.
But to move the
Jesus.
plot along, eventually everyone gets
Yep.
whittled down to our last two. We have Bad Boy Jack and we have the cop girl. But
Judith. Yep.
Judith, she gets
Our
captured though.
protagonist. Yep, she gets captured by Scott the
Okay, yeah, she
Woz.
gets captured by the demon and steals so much power he summons a toy. And there's one toy we see in particular. We see this toy soldier pop out of the box. And you probably think, oh, it's evil because you see all the other toys.
Oh
But
yeah, because all the other toys are. But
but
no, this one
whereas
actually helped.
Judith is tied up, the toy soldier cuts the ropes and basically helps her escape the suburban Sasquatch that comes to life.
Yes, it recruited the suburban Sasquatch to help aid its plan.
Well, no, the grizzly bear turned into a suburban Sasquatch, a demon.
Mm-hmm.
That's its origin story. The suburban Sasquatch, it was
Was the
originally
grizzly
a
teddy.
toy teddy bear that
A
became a
demonic
grizzly
toy
bear.
teddy
A
bear.
demonic toy teddy bear. That's why it's able to disappear when it runs off. It's demonic powers.
Oh.
Suburban Sasquatch lore, baby. You wouldn't get it anywhere else but here.
Wow, it's almost kind of like Michael Myers too, and his powers of just disappearing when you look away.
Exactly.
Or literally you can just stare at him and then you take a quick glance, you take a quick turn glance and then you're like, "Oh, he's gone."
A reverse jump scare.
Yeah.
But yeah, the toy soldier helps her escape.
Mhm.
And then I should also be note that eventually our bad boy Jack ends up having to run away from also suburban Sasquatch, and does not save cop girl Judith when she gets captured or cornered by the demon again. But it turns out the toy soldier, it was actually the other kid in the dream sequence, the weird clock
Yeah.
dream sequence, and
it turns out it's her baby.
unborn
Dun,
baby.
dun.
Got him.
Yeah, and he's not alive yet, so checkmate, pro-lifers.
Yeah, got him. Checkmate.
Got him.
Arguably, if it's the soul of the unborn child, that means it has a soul and life. Therefore, checkmate, pro-choice people.
All right, we'll meet in
Checkmate.
the middle.
Oh, fucking! You're gonna be a centrist, you asshole, Cole.
I'm Switzerland. Just like Bella Swan, I'm Switzerland.
Got him. Choose fucking Jacob or Edward, Cole. Oh my god.
No.
Scum.
Team Alice.
Weak.
Okay.
But yeah, that was
Back
pretty
to demonic toys.
demonic toys. What else is there to say? I feel like I'm forgetting something. There was something I did want to talk
I
about.
actually wrote this down because this was in the opening credits, and I had to double check on IMDb. The writer of this movie was David S. Goyer,
Oh yes, that's what I wanted to talk about
who
because
did the Blade movies.
he also didn't he also do didn't he do the Batman trilogy, the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy too?
I think he was a part of that too, but I mostly remember as of recent watching doing the Blade trilogy, and he directed Blade Trinity.
It's also interesting to note he wrote on the Nolan Batman trilogy, though there are like two
Crazy.
Nolan's listed on as a writer, and then they get a third one as well. So I don't know how much he contributed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But he also apparently wrote the script for Puppet Master versus the Demonic Toys too. So yeah, he's done a lot of DC stuff as well, if I remember correctly when I checked the letterbox.
He also has done the screen. He also did the screen story for the new Hellraiser from this year.
Oh, damn! What the fuck?
Huh.
So you're
Oh
saying
my god,
if
he
Demonic
also
Toys,
wrote Batman v Superman.
yeah, that's some of the DC stuff. So what you're saying is,
Holy shit.
without Demonic Toys, we would not have gone as good and as bad as some of the movies we got in the future.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm double checking. So yeah, he did the screenplay / the story for Batman Begins. He was a part of the story for The Dark Knight, and then story for Dark Knight Rises. And then obviously wrote all of the Blade movies.
Exactly, yeah. That's very interesting.
That's a interesting career, you could say.
It's always neat when some random, where you can trace someone's origins to some random horror film that they were on, like at some point.
And they were on Full Moon Productions.
Yep, Full Moon. Once again, absolute banger. I mean, Demonic Toys is arguably one of their trademark franchises, kind of. They definitely have a number of...
Master, like their bread and butter, kind of?
Not really. I mean, they have a number of movies, but They're
Okay.
kind of weird because there's demonic toys. Then I think it's Doll Man versus demonic toys. Then there's the Puppet Master versus demonic toys. Then there's Demonic Toys 2, and then there's a Baby Oopsie standalone movie.
What? Oh man.
So yeah, Demonic Toys continuity is a real mess.
Oh, is it kind of like how like Saw is kind of a mess?
No, I'm not sure. I haven't seen any of the other Demonic
Ah,
Toy movies, so I can't state on it. I just know
damn
that
it.
the Demonic Toy film franchise is a little weird.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, there's one thing I want to know that I'm not sure if you noticed, but you noticed when they entered the vent and then Baby Oopsie goes after them. Did you notice that the puppet's mouth was all fucked up?
Like the teeth and all that?
No. Like the bottom
No.
flap that moves was like all the way down, so you can see like its tongue and everything. It was all fucked up.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to rewatch the movie to
Yeah, I
catch
might have to
that.
rewatch that just to notice that now.
Yeah, that has to lower at least like 2 points. Ah man, this movie was so good, but then the jaw in Baby Oopsie Doll in that one scene was fucked up, and I'm sorry, I just can't forgive that.
Yeah, there's a Baby Oopsie 2021.
Yeah. Well, you think I was lying?
I'm just seeing when it came out. That's what I
Saying
was
I was
curious
full of
about.
shit, figuring
I'm not
out
seeing
for
a.
a future recommendation.
Nope, that's not what I was saying. I was just checking just to
Mm-hmm.
see when it was released.
Sure, you were Cole.
They
Thinking about
also had
getting
a
it.
movie called The Gingerweed Man.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Future recommendation. We have a lot
Wow.
of possible recommend. Full Moon. We got a lot to choose from their catalog if
They
we ever
have
choose
been
to.
pumping out movies the last like 3 years, like how Nick Cage has been lately.
Nice, maybe. I don't know. That could be good or bad.
Both. I don't know. They owe as much taxes to the IRS like Nick Cage did.
I don't know. Keep
Yeah, I don't
doing
know.
what you do best, Full Moon. Don't stop. In fact, double down. Pump out even more films every year.
Make a Grizzly Teddy Suburban Sasquatch crossover.
Yeah, reach out to our friend Dave Waskovich to fund Suburban Sasquatch 2,
Electric Boogaloo. And
Electric
have
Boogaloo,
Danny DeVito in there.
so he can start blasting.
It's just an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the Suburban Sasquatch in it.
The gang hunts for Sasquatch. That's what the episode's called.
This next season premiere.
Nice. I could see that. That's an episode title that would be there, if not already.
Oh my god. Oh my god, please. I don't think anyone at FX is probably going to be watching this or listening to this,
They
but
might be.
please.
We don't know that.
We don't know. They might be in secret.
Listen,
So
all I know
please,
is if an
you
episode of a similar title
we-
comes out, it's because they stole it from us.
Yeah, and then we can sue them
We can
for
sue
like
them.
$50.
$50 million. But we'll settle for like $500. That's the plan. We shoot high, so that way we can get the bare minimum of what we actually
So then we
want.
can get the bare minimum for as our ultimatum.
Yeah, exactly. We would have been like fools. We would have done it for $10. Anything else of real note? I think one thing I should note that occasionally I didn't recognize every movie, but I know they showed Puppet Master when they're in the security room and the TV is going. One of the films they were showing was, I believe, Puppet Master 2. I think it's the second one. It might have been the first one.
Okay.
And there's probably other Full Moon movies. They do love referencing their movies.
Oh my.
It was no Evil Bong where they literally had just cameos of them showing up in the Bong world, but it was a nice background detail that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I gotta mention. It's just a bunch of like dumb, cheesy schlock, but it's like good, dumb, cheesy schlock.
It's very, very fun,
Lots of cheese.
and I would recommend you check it out if this discussion interests you. But enough about demonic toys
Let's
and when
go
to
to
find
Mars.
them. Yeah, we're going to Mars for my
Oh, that's-
recommendation.
It's actually kind of funny you mentioned where to find them because that one of the that other guy that's not the kid in the movie, that's Kowalski from the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Oh,
Yeah. But we'll mention him later.
yeah. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Gribble.
Gribble. Oh,
Stupid name.
I thought we were still talking about demonic toys there.
Oh no, I was mentioning Gribble.
Oh yeah, Gribble from
Yeah, he was
but
in the
Mars
Fantastic
Needs
Beasts
Moms. I
movies.
recommended that movie.
Yeah.
I recommended Mars Needs Moms, our first animated film that we're talking about. If you don't count the animated clips from Llamageddon, but yeah, so Mars Needs Moms. There are these Martians.
Yep.
Not to spoil, to get too far in the plot, but these Martians, they want to capture a mom, and they focus in on this one guy, kid's mom. What was the kid's name? It's like Logan or something?
Milo.
Milo, right. It was something dumb like that. So
I
Milo's
know,
mom,
something
because
lame.
she's like bossy, and they capture her, and then Milo chases after them, accidentally gets caught in their ship, and now Milo needs to save his mom before she gets fucking annihilated, apparently, for
Basically,
some
like
nefarious
get
plot.
zapped.
And that's the synopsis of Marcene's Moms. Cole, what did you think of Disney made mo-capped animated film Marcene's Moms?
I felt like I was in pain watching it, to be honest. Like, the only thing I knew about this movie going in was the reputation it had based on its box office numbers.
Which was awful.
And yeah, I checked, it had a $150 million budget and only made $39.2 million back.
Damn.
Yeah, and on Wikipedia, on the Wikipedia article it said it had an estimated loss of about $100 to $144 million.
And then Disney fucking killed everyone involved with the movie and erased its existence. But
And
I
then we
found it.
talked about it.
Now we're here talking about it.
Yeah, and this was one of the two movies in 2 years that bombed like that, and with the other being John Carter also.
John Carter, he keeps coming back. This
Yes,
is, I think, the second time you mentioned John Carter.
I think so.
But yeah, we have our fun cast of characters. We have Milo, who's an annoying little shit.
Yep.
He sucks.
Who is mocap by annoying shit, and Seth Green.
Seth Green. You have Gribble, which is also a really annoying sidekick character.
Yep.
You have Fee. What's her name?
Key.
Key. Yes, there's Key, who's
Yeah,
a Martian.
Key.
She's like kind of a rebel, or who like rebel in a sense of I don't play by the rules type, because she does her job and everything.
Yeah, and then she like learns English through like some hippie show from the 70s.
Yep. And she's like, yeah, dude, that's bad. What is this flower power? And what kind of power does flower have?
Say love. Make love, not war, man.
That's a chrysalis. But we're getting a little ahead. Let's discuss Milo, because we get the opening of Mars, and they're like, we want that mom, because all these other moms are bad at their job, because a kid doesn't like ice cream, she throws it. And then there's the other yeah, because they zoom in, and first you're not supposed to know. And just to note, I didn't watch the whole commentary track, but on the Blu-ray there is a version you can watch which has a small screen. There's the main movie, and there's a screen on the side that basically shows the entire mocapped movie.
Oh.
And basically, I had the commentary on because I wanted to check it out for like 5 minutes, because it was like super late,
Okay.
and I didn't feel like watching the film a second time. But well, to note, the film
Don't blame
opens
me.
up with a Martian popping out of the ground, and
Yeah,
that's the director's
is that like how
daughter.
they're okay?
Yeah, they're birthed out of the ground, as explained in the lore, in the Martian lore, in the movie. But yeah, that's the daughter, the director's daughter. And then when it cuts to the screen, and there's the mom trying to give the girl ice cream, she just throws it. That's the director's other daughter. And that's as far as I went, because I turned it off because I was tired, wanting to go to bed. Because who knows, maybe
Okay.
there would be like, maybe the director had like 100 kids in this movie. Like, and that's also my daughter, and that's my son that we put in this movie. And Seth Green, you're secretly my son, and that's why I have you in this movie.
Oh, so he's actually Dr. Evil?
It's entirely possible. It could be the case.
Secret daddy? Seth Green's secret daddy.
But yeah, so the Martians decide to take Milo's mom, because Milo's mom makes him take out the trash, and he does it. But we get to learn that Milo is kind of a piece of shit. He did not listen. Like I get, they want, kids don't like to listen to their moms because they tell them what to do, and they want to do their own thing. And I get that's what they were going for.
And they want to hang out with their dad, who's cooler.
And is never around because they hate
because
them.
They're quote unquote stuck at the airport.
We know that dad is
Going
secretly
to
fucking the
milk.
pilots.
I was gonna say go get milk and never come back.
Well, we cut to him at the airport. I'm assuming he's banging the pilots to delay the flight.
He might have been fucking the pilots. You don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But this is a Disney movie. We
can only imply gayness in the film.
Who says the pilot's got to be male?
You got me. Got him. You tricked me.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean,
Check me.
well, I don't know. I mean, this film's pretty red pilled and based. If you think it over, if you think hard enough in it, really.
Oh yeah,
I'll explain my
this was
why Mars
2011
Needs
too,
Mom is
so
red pilled and based theory later. It'll
red
be up
pill and
there
base.
with my fart cut talk and my dystopian my
Confederate
dystopia.
dystopia of the Garbage Pail Kids.
On my like rants, it's gonna be at least a B tier.
Oh my.
But Milo is a piece of crap, and he doesn't even mean them. He's an asshole. He doesn't do what he's supposed to. And when the mom,
Like most kids.
yeah, but when the mom gives a little leeway because the dad won't be able to show up to see the movie with him, she's like, "Oh, but if you eat all your dinner, you can watch the zombie movie you want to see." And
But
he's
then
like,
he doesn't
"Yes,"
eat
and
the
then he doesn't eat the
broccoli.
fucking broccoli, and he doesn't
And then
really
she gets mad at him to go to his room.
and also poisons the cat. Are cats allowed to eat broccoli?
I don't think so.
Here, I'll look it up. I'll look up if can cats eat broccoli? Can cats?
Because when I had
eat-
my cat, we never really gave her broccoli. We just gave her usually like chicken or like fish or stuff like that.
Okay.
Nothing veggie.
Here's what it says. This is what it says.
Ooh.
Okay. Broccoli has numerous nutritional benefits for humans, but can cats eat broccoli and is it safe for cats? The answer is yes, and it's healthy for them as well. So this film is fucking bullshit. We got lied to.
We debunked you, Disney.
Fuck you, hack frauds. I'm gonna have to lower this point. You know, this film was great, but then it turns out cats can't eat broccoli, and I can't accept that scientific bullshit.
Not even doing your scientific research. Unbelievable.
Unrealistic. I mean,
how Jon Favreau says you can't have realistic skies.
Look, I can understand the humans being able to jump around Mars wearing only a helmet, because we never seen people try not wearing their suit and only their helmet, so it's possible. But having a cat vomit after eating broccoli, that crosses the line for me. I can't accept this as facts.
So you're saying no more Disney movies on this podcast
Disney
anymore?
is canceled. We are canceling Disney.
We're canceling Disney from here? Okay.
Yeah, until I recommend Song of the South.
Oh,
or one of us. I don't know. There's probably a couple more Disney films we could probably actually do.
Lion King 2019.
Yeah, there's Artemis Fowl. We can do that too.
A bunch of the live action Disney remakes, really.
Don't forget that Disney technically owns Fox, so we can get all those films too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Disney's got everything. In reality, we probably already talked about like 5 Disney films, so we just don't fucking know it. Suburban Sasquatch, that's a Disney movie. Southland Tales, that's owned by Disney. Plan 9 for Outer Space, that's owned by Disney. Things, that's Disney. Ghost Can't Do It, that's Disney. Everything we talked about is owned by Disney. Llamageddon is owned by Disney. That's why we're not getting a sequel.
No.
They don't know how to market it. What the hell were we talking about? I forgot. We got so sidetracked there.
Something about Milo being a little shitbag.
Oh, right. So Milo's a little shit because he tried to help his cat have a better diet.
Yes, because we were talking about the cat.
Yeah.
Yes, we were talking about the cat eating broccoli, right?
So yeah, Milo. So his mom sends Milo to his room, and he's a little shit, and doesn't go to bed. And then he goes, "Well, I would be better off if I didn't have a mom."
Well, don't forget too. He did like the little smart ass thing. He said, "You told me to go to bed, not in bed." Like, it was like, oh my god, I want to go through the screen and just like strangle you.
You could have if you tried hard enough. Strangle Seth Green in real life.
Like how he almost tried to strangle that one guy, or like how he got so mad about that one guy stealing his NFT,
right,
for his NFT show.
But of course his mom gets sad and she cries because that's so sad. And Miles like, I need to apologize, but that is when the Martians come and take her away.
And then he hangs on for the ride, baby.
Well, no, he gets launched into a thing that grabs his hoodie. That carries him up, and luckily for him, it goes into the spaceship, so he doesn't like die from just being outside the spaceship. Unfortunately, because then we had to keep watching the movie.
I know, if he died, like the movie would have been over.
Yep, unfortunately, but he gets taken up to Mars, and then he gets captured pretty much almost instantly, and he gets sent into a prison pod, but he gets released somehow and
tries to escape.
It's weird to note that there is weird Mars gravity inside the facility, but the aliens, they don't get affected by it for some
Yeah,
reason.
they don't get affected, but the humans do.
Like, I would say you can argue that, oh, well, they're wearing the suits, but even the elder, who's only wearing like a fucking potato sack over her, like that doesn't affect her at all either. It's really
Yeah, I don't
weird.
know. It's very weird logic
Yeah,
consistencies.
they don't really pay attention to it that much. But the kid gets
Yeah, but then
saved,
he escapes because he jumps through one of those
trash
trash
chutes,
can
and gets
portals
saved by a
slides.
Gribble. Well,
Yeah,
first he encounters
Gribble,
all the male Martians.
who all look like hippies.
They're all well, they all have hair.
They'll have hair.
They're
They probably
hairy. They got they're
smell.
hippies. They're pretty much hippies, though. You're right.
Yeah, they got hair. They probably smell of
Where
stank.
Milo's like, I'm looking for my mom. She feeds me. She vacuums. She does the laundry.
All of the stuff.
Everything. She does all the work. But eventually, they get picked up by Gribble, Gribble's robot, which I don't remember its name. And we get
I don't
introduced
either, and I
by
don't
the
care.
comic relief side character Gribble.
Yay, everyone's favorite.
Well, first he's like, I'm part of the Reagan's secret cosmonaut, like, program
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, we're trying to stop interplanetary communism. Like, oh my god. Like, my sister was in the room watching it, and she's like, he's been here since the 80s.
I mean, granted, that was the funniest joke in the movie. I have to give him credit. That was a pretty good joke. Do you know
Yeah,
why
like
it's
he
called
mentions
the
Top Gun
Red
at some
Planet?
point, and
It works because it's a joke for the adults, so they actually had to try. And I think it worked because it's a pretty decent little joke if you get it.
mm-hmm. The Red Planet.
The Red Planet. You know what it's called? Predators? Boom. Communism. Fucking commies.
Damn commies.
But Milo pretty much basically wants to save his mom. Gribble wants him to stay down there because he's sad and lonely. He only has Wingnut, which is one of the hippie dudes, and is the best character because he never gets to talk and gets to ruin everything.
Honestly, I hated when everyone talked in the movie because they were all so annoying, especially Milo and Gribble.
It really
And
does
Key.
suck.
Key was irritating,
Key got here. Well, we only had to deal with Key for like half the movie.
which thankfully,
Like at the
because that
time,
would have been
it was all Martian speak.
insufferable.
Like you didn't really hear them speak English that much, which was good because when they did, it was always like sounds ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like
and
when they first
well, they were
introduced.
speaking Martian, but they never had subtitles
Yeah, that was really
for
well.
the movie
Arguably,
purpose.
there isn't a need for subtitles because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to get it through
Understand
their
them.
body language, which like it's fine. That's fine. I'm not really bothered. There's no subtitles for Martians because we're not supposed to know it. We're supposed to be alien to us because they are aliens. So that's fine. I'm fine with none of that.
Okay.
But like the scene where they introduced that Gribble has the translator, and what are they? What's the first thing they have? Unauthorized dog pile. Like, god damn it, shut up. That's so stupid. And worse, it's a setup for a later joke that doesn't fucking work because it's so bad.
None of the jokes really work
Except
ever,
for the communism one.
except for that one.
That one worked. I like that joke.
That one was okay.
I will die on that.
That one
hill.
was
It was
fine.
passable. You blew air through your nose.
It's a C minus. Every other one gets like a D minus or an F.
But basically, the whole movie is about Milo trying to save his mom somehow. We don't know what from, but stakes are eventually established a little too late into the movie, honestly.
Yeah, because that's when Gribble like explained how he got there
and what actually happens. Because first it's just, oh, I need to rescue my mom. She was captured. And we're hinted that something happens to the mom, but we don't really know.
don't know what happens, and then once he explains, you're like, oh.
No, first we get an explanation of why they need his mom, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So basically now
Like
let's
why
get into
they
the
bring the
Martian
moms
lore
in.
dump. So basically, Martians are born from the Earth. They pop out and they collect them,
From
and
the
basically, yeah, from the
the ground.
yeah, the ground. That's what I mean when I said the Earth.
Okay, I was like, what?
I understand
Mars.
your confusion, but no.
Okay, yeah, no worries, I got it.
Yeah, but they pop up from the ground and they're harvested, and all the men Martians are just dumped into the fucking dumpster
Because they do nothing.
because they do nothing apparently. And the women are raised up to be effective, but Martian women don't have time to raise babies.
Yeah,
So
but
they
apparently
have
they're like so incompetent to raise them that they make these robots.
these nanny bots, but they can't program them to raise it. They need a mother type that to basically raise to install into the nanny bots to raise a child, which is apparently they only spank them, You never see the nanobots actually
There's
raise
a
it.
lot of spanking.
It's just spanking. There's like nothing else. Even at near the end of the movie where they have the nanobots all set up, it looks like it's in the position to just spank the baby. So I don't know how hard it is just to program a nanobot to just do that on its own, but whatever.
Or they
But
were probably just thinking about it and like, oh, mothers spank their babies all the time. That's what they'll
we
do
need
24/7.
discipline. We need tough mothers to discipline our Martian
Yeah.
child. But apparently, once you get a mom, you can only program a nanobot once, and then it never works again. So you have to capture a mom like every time, every 25 years, for some reason.
Yeah, I
It
don't
makes no
know.
fucking
Yeah,
sense.
that's a very specific time frame. Every 25 years, you abduct a mother to program the nanobots.
And that's what we're told at first, but we're never really explained what happens to the mother. At first, it seems to be implied that, oh, she loses her memories because they're stored into the robot to raise the Martian child. But then later in the film, after shenanigans, put a long story short,
happened.
basically, after that scene, Milo goes back up to the surface and this guy's Gribble makes, although Gribble doesn't tell him that he plans for him to get captured. Well, no, he plans for him to get caught because this guy's not designed to work. And then Gribble saves him so that way he can have Milo with him forever because he's a child predator or something. And of course that goes wrong because Gribble screws up because he's the comic relief, and the comic relief's supposed to screw up.
And he's supposed to be the fat, goofy one.
Yeah. And then he gets captured because the Martians pretty much give him a device that allows him to find Gribble, and they capture him to execute him, which would have been a plus in the movie, but of course they're cowards. They won't kill off the best character.
As in the way of I Hate Everything would say it, because movie.
Get a little far ahead, but basically that's where that's where we get introduced, really introduced to Key, because that's when she shows up and talks to Milo. We get introduced to her much earlier. She's there when the mom gets chosen, and she's the rebel because she does graffiti, which is shown earlier in the movie. And it's revealed,
I know, what a badass.
That basically she's the one that's doing it because she loves color and earth stuff, and it's cool. They have to go and save Gribble, and they do it, and they get like one of the aliens' guns, and they escape to a lower section. And with the help of Wingnut, they escape into the trash. And with the help of Wingnut, they escape the female Martians, though all the male ones get arrested, and they go into a deeper part of the Mars where
they get sent to the trash.
Yeah, they get sent deeper into the trash. Where
and then they raise them there. And then they raised all the male babies there.
Yeah, we're getting a little ahead. Getting a little ahead again. But basically, when they go down there, Milo finds a capsule which has a shirt of where we learn Gribble's real name is George Ribble, and we kind of learned that, oh, he was up there as a kid as well, and pretty much we get to learn the backstory and what really happens to the moms. Gribble was a kid who had his mom abducted because he was a good kid. That's why they chose his mom. But when he goes up to Mars, his mom's in this special container, and when he goes to try to save her, she gets laser blasted.
Like fucking executed, basically.
Gets fucking obliterated, holy shit, and dies.
Like zapped.
Which is such a terrible thing that when he's going to save her, he has a helmet to put on his mom so they can get out of there. But when she gets vaporized, he drops the helmet in despair and just escapes into the deep world of Mars.
And then he creates that whole like gamer setup.
Yeah, where he becomes a Reddit moderator.
Basically.
So now
like
there's
a Twitch
stakes.
Streamer Reddit moderator.
But there's our official stakes. Are set up probably 2/3 into the movie now. If Milo doesn't successfully save his mom, she will be vaporized. And so basically, this is where I kind of started checking out the movie. I don't even really remember their plan. They basically wait for Milo's mom to be strapped into the laser blast machine, where they hijack a room with a ship, which they set up to allow them to escape and return back to Earth. And the reasoning of why they won't be noticed is because they're all going to be paying attention to the sunrise, because that's when they can use the laser. And basically, they successfully get to the mom, and they... Wait, now I'm getting ahead. Cole, can you start talking about things that happen in the movie, like the Martians being born and them dumping the male babies into the thing and all that?
Yeah, so like, as me and my sister explain it, the society's like reverse China. So like when the babies get birthed, I guess, out of the ground, they split them up. So like they keep the female babies on the top, and then they dump the male babies into the not the trash compactor, but
The dump.
deeper into the trash, and then they'll eventually become the gross, smelly, hairy male creepy Martian things.
Yeah, because they're the male ones are down there to raise them.
And then they raise the male babies.
Except now they're not there because all the male Martians were arrested earlier.
Yeah, sad. Yeah, that was another thing I forgot to say before, but like all of the Martians and the people looked creepy. I
Yeah,
hated how real it looked. I don't like that in those. I hate that style of animation.
yeah, the mocap.
Yep, I hate that.
You should have like got the Blu-ray. You could have watched the mocap
No,
cut on a small
no,
screen.
please no. I'm not doing that.
It's goofier. It's definitely goofier, even if it's just on a little corner of the screen.
Was it like so? It's like in the corner of the screen while the movie's playing, like it's showing like how they did it
Yeah.
in. Okay,
Like I said, I only watched the first 5 minutes because I was tired. I wasn't watching the film
yeah.
second time. But if I watched that version, I probably like it a lot
Mm-hmm.
more because it's dumb looking. But basically, in their plan to get to the ship, I forget, they release all the male Martians and they send them back down the chute, which comes back later
Mm-hmm.
because when they successfully save Milo's mom, Gribble holds back the Martians from getting out by electrocuting himself on the door to keep it locked. And while that's happening, the male Martians pop out of the trash chute and attack all the Martians that are supposed to be paying attention to the sunrise and the laser blast. And then
Yep.
after that, when the thing fails and Milo and his moms have to escape the ship now because V panics and accidentally causes the ship to set up for launch, the Elder Martian comes out and is about to blast Milo, but misses. But Milo trips, falls, and somehow the gravity, Mars gravity, has enough force to cause it to break his mask. So he starts choking. So he gives it to his mom.
His mom gives the helmet to him,
As like the ultimate sacrifice.
and then she almost dies.
But
But
then
then,
Gribble saves the
whoa,
day.
Gribble finds the helmet from 25 years
Yeah,
before.
the helmet that he was gonna give his mom, but he drops it in despair. He gets that one. It's so fucking stupid.
It's like he knew exactly where it was.
Right,
Just
and then he returns it.
not even on a huge pile of dust. It was like not even like a hit. It was like a small hill.
What was funny was that dirt kept coming off it as he ran, so I just called it the
Mhm.
fart helmet. I was like, guys, I got the fart helmet. I could save you.
Release the fart cut, Richard.
Give us the fart helmet, Richard.
Richard.
Richard. Forgot to note, but when all the Martians finally come out to arrest the mom and Milo and Gripple and kill them, I guess. V comes out because earlier in the movie, V found a portrait, a painting of like the Martians raising a family, and it's like, guys, look at this. We can raise families, and the Elder's like, no, that's bad because the raising a family is hard. But in the end, the Martians decide, you know what? I don't like being a strong, independent woman. I want to raise a family. I want to be a homemaker.
I want to have a partner with me supporting this baby.
And then the film ends that Milo and mom return home, and the
Yep.
dad shows up, and then Milo blows up the trash with a gun, laser gun.
And this whole movie was about family.
It was about family. But now,
Vin Diesel would approve of
Vin
it.
Diesel would have loved this movie.
He would have loved
It was
this
about
movie.
family. So now let's get into why this film is red-pilled and based. Why is this film
here we go.
red-based and pilled? All right, so the film with the
Red-based.
Martians, female Martians are like the top dog. They are the fighters. They're like super smart. They don't need no man, right? And the men are a bunch of slobs. But at the end of the movie, what's the resolution for the Martians? The women start taking care of the children. They ditch their position of being like this advanced society. Now everything's nice and fun, and we have children to raise and take care of at home. We don't need to be in these powerful positions. We're going to be family. We're going to take care of each other. We're going to have a family dynamic, husband, wife, child. women do not have independent jobs. They are now there to raise a family. That's it. That's all I have actually.
That's it.
That's
Okay.
really it. It's not a lot. I
Okay.
I, I boasted this was gonna be higher tier, but this is on the same tier as the woman in Ghost Can't Do It is fucking the dog at the beginning of the movie. That's really all I had, but I felt really clever at the time when I thought of it. But you
Okay.
see it now. This film is very red based and pilled.
Red base stint pilled.
Red based and pilled. But you get it now.
Yes, I
It's
get it
like
now.
that's my film theory. Film theory. Morrisney's mom is actually red based and pilled. But yeah, terrible movie. It's really bland and kind of not fun to
It
watch.
literally was like when I was checking stuff, like when I was like checking the runtime at some points, I was like, oh my God, I'm only 28 minutes in and there's an hour left.
This is a film I would watch as a kid and go, "Oh, that's cool," and I'd never watch it ever again.
I only watched it because you picked it and it's a box office failure.
You're welcome.
You didn't see it, but I snapped my fingers and then did like a two thumbs up with like a very sarcastic smile.
I imagined it in my head.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I got you.
Good.
Anything else you have left to say about Morris Needs Moms?
No. Besides everything looking creepy, no.
Oh yeah, there's that end credit scenes where everyone that was working started dancing at the end of the movie.
Oh, great.
Yeah, well,
No, I literally just
not
backed
the
out of it as the end credits started. I'm like, nope, I'm done.
no, I don't mean like the characters in the movie. I mean all the people wearing the mocap were
Oh,
dancing, and then
I
the
figured that's what you meant, but
yeah
I
the
was just
staff
like,
and
I
crew
didn't
ran
watch that. I was
and they
like, nope,
started dancing.
turning it off.
That was the best part of the movie because they all danced, and it's like all those people probably don't have a job anymore because the studio closed
Because
down
they
after
worked on
this.
Mars Needs Moms.
But I guess that's all we had to say about Mars Needs Moms.
Mm-hmm.
The film should have ended with her getting fucking vaporized.
But they never do the dark endings like we want.
No.
It's sad.
I would say let us write the sequel, but Disney's never gonna let us make a sequel for this.
No.
Disney wants you to forget about this
Well,
film.
they don't want to make a sequel because it bombed so bad.
Take a risk, Disney. Make a sequel and let us write it.
But
Morris
no
Needs
mocap.
Moms
It's gonna be like
2.
Electric Boogaloo.
No, that's Suburban Sasquatch.
Oh, that's
Morris Needs Moms 2. Men are from Jupiter because they're stupider.
oh my God. But instead, like the actual mocap, we just showed them in the mocap suits the whole time.
We'll just act out the whole movie, Cole.
I
We'll do the Joel Haver rotoscope.
was about to say, what is this, like a Joel Haver type video?
Yep,
We'll do it just in the Joel Haver animation style.
exactly.
That
Kickstarter.
actually
Morris
might
Needs
sound a lot
Moms
better.
2. Joel Haver edition.
And we'll get Joel Haver to direct it.
We'll get him to star in the movie. But I guess Cole, take it away for our next part.
Yeah, so after we've talked about the movies now, which one is your favorite? I think I know which one it is, probably.
It's Demonic Toys. There's
Yeah,
no argument.
I was about to say same thing.
There's legitimately no argument. Demonic Toys was doomed. Mars Needs Moms was doomed from the start. The moment Demonic Toys was chosen.
It was DOA, Dead on Arrival.
Yeah, Demonic Toys is a very campy, fun, probably straight to TV movie, and
Good
it works.
cheese.
It's a good movie. It's not great, but like you're not going expecting that. Mars Needs Moms is just this bomb that was never gonna work. Cole, you loved Mars Needs Moms, so that's your pick, right?
Nope. Yeah, it was Demonic Toys also.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. So hey, you got a point. You're finally.
Yay!
It's 3-2 now.
3-2 in the unofficial scoring.
Yeah, and a retro movie won this time. We haven't had that since like what?
Let's
We haven't had that
What
since
Plan 9.
Plan 9, the first episode.
Wow.
Incredible. Anyway, now that that's done, it's time for us to move on to questions. And we have a couple of them. So let's get onto that. We'll start
Yes,
with
here we go.
technically 2 questions, but they were kind of similar, so I'm just mushing them together. Though I
Okay.
won't read them both. So one's from Robert and another one's from Pon. Robert asked do you have any idols, characters or people you look up to? And then Pon's question is, who is your greatest inspiration? They're pretty similar, so I mushed them together. So
Yeah.
if you want to list off a couple, and then your main one, if you have any.
If I'm talking about like inspiration for like my love for movies, it all really started off with my dad at first. Like we still obviously all watch movies together still, but he's the one who really got me like into loving movies in general. Like what was it, like in seventh grade, I think it was. So like when I was 13, he was showing me stuff like Ridley Scott's Alien, John Carpenter's The Thing, and I kind of just fell in love and just been watching most of those since. And then I've kind of branched out through all the YouTube channels that I've been watching now, and
Yeah,
basically through the Sardonicast crew, Chris Stuckman, all of them.
that's fair.
That's
That's a good
yeah.
assessment. I don't really think I have any like big idols. Like, we all have our celebrities. We go, wow, they're so cool. But I don't think I really had someone that was like, man, I always look up to you. I guess my parents, because they're always
Mm-hmm.
hardworking and they believe in me
Yeah,
and stuff. And
that too.
that's always something I'll always appreciate. No, my greatest inspiration was Kanye because I heard his album once and now I love
Jesus.
him like unconditionally.
But did you not hear about his comments about Jewish people?
Well, you don't understand. He said sorry, and that means we can
Oh, it's
forgive him
okay now.
instantly. It's okay now. He just said that so he can get out of his Adidas deal.
My God.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear about this later from Pond. But in seriousness, I guess my parents, because they're always hardworking. I know they're like,
Yeah, I'd say that too.
they have my
Also,
back.
hmm
There's no one really I really look up to like to such an
yeah.
extent. Like I can talk about like actors or musicians I like, but I don't. There's no one that really. I guess arguably Sardonicast. They're kind of the main reason
hmm
why I was like kind of decided to do a podcast overall. And I guess if I had to give some credit, I guess Far Off Films or arch nemesis and rivals, since they made a podcast.
Frenemies.
Yeah, no, no, no,
Just
no,
say
no. No,
frenemies.
they're not frenemies. I hate them. We have to hate them unconditionally.
Jesus.
I hate them, but if they want me to guest on there, I'm up for it. But I hate them. But yeah, they get a partial credit because when they did it, go, oh hey, maybe I can do it, and that's why I got you into it.
But I mean, we got a good twist on ours, though.
Yeah, because but see the difference is we actually talk about interesting movies, so got them. I guess next question is from Mattias. List some of your favorite Simpson episodes and slash or jokes. That's not a
I
question.
I will
Mattias,
be
you hack fraud.
I will be completely honest. I have never watched an episode of The Simpsons in my life.
Okay. Well, I've seen some episodes, but it's
I'm
been a
gonna Did I
while.
list memes?
Well, yeah, well, jokes was also listed, so you can do that.
Oh, okay. Because the only clip I've ever watched, because I was only curious where the episode was from, steamed hams.
Oh yeah, Steve Hands, that's a classic meme. They're still going. That meme's still going too.
Have
Like,
you seen like the one where it's like every lie like changes or it's like every 10 seconds of steamed hams or like changes animation style and
yeah, that's a really good one
that's
that
a
was
good one.
recently is Steamed Hands, but it's done acted out by people under an aurora borealis.
Oh my God.
I should send you that one. That one's pretty good.
I remember one where it's Jeff Goldblum acting it out.
There's a lot going. Oh, a good classic episode. I think a lot of people would put it in their favorites. Is Bart Gets an F. That's a really really good episode. I recommend. There's
Hmm.
also the episode. I don't remember the title, but it's the one where Homer meets his mom after like a long time. That one's a really good episode too. Mainly because the two episodes they have an emotional sting to it. A joke I always quote a lot is the swear jar one, where he's just like, "Ow, oh, that will require a tetanus shot. I'm not going to swear, but I will take my anger out on this stupid doghouse." That's a great joke. I have the first Treehouse of Horror memorized because a long time ago, back when the iTunes store was a thing, and Starbucks would
Oh
give
my
you like
God.
Starbucks would do a thing where they have like a free like song that you can download from iTunes. And one day they had fucking the Treehouse first ever Treehouse House of Horror listed as one of the free things you can get. So I watched that like a ton. I don't know.
Hmm.
Simpsons got good stuff. They got a lot of fun memes. A joke that really resonates to me that I didn't even see the episodes from, but it talks about how weird Simpson merch where Bart wears a blue shirt despite the fact that he has wears orange.
I was about to say, is in like an orange shirt.
Yeah, and there's like a clip where basically a Homer is at like a bull thing, like a rodeo, and there's a bull running around. So he pulls down Lisa. He's like, "Let's take it off with some red, and now let's calm it down with some calming blue." And then he goes like, "Bart, where's your blue shirt?" He's like, "I've never had a blue shirt." I remember that joke. That's really it. I don't watch a lot of Simpsons. Oh, but I can tell you an interesting story. Remember last episode when I talked about my how I when I was a kid, I used to revolve my personality around my best friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my friend loved the Simpsons movie. Like, it just came out, and he talked about how great it was, how hilarious it was. So I had to get it. So I actually bought the DVD of it, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. I love it. I have I have the fucking bits from that movie memorized. Let's see. Okay, who
Okay.
wants waffles? I do. Wait a minute, what about Grandpa? I want syrup. I want strawberries. Something happened to that man. I'll tell you what happened. A certain someone had a senior moment, but that's okay because we love him and we got a free rug out of it. Mwah. What's the point of going to church every Sunday when someone we love has a religious experience? We ignore it, right, Grandpa? I want bananas on my waffles. I rest my case. Or the other one is like, I want 1,000 strong guys here, and I want 1,000 soft guys to make the tough guys look tougher. And here's how I want them to rage: tough, tough, soft, soft, tough, soft, tough, tough, soft, soft, tough, soft. Sir, I believe you've gone mad with power. Of course I have. Have you gone mad without power? It's boring. No one listens to you. But yeah,
Wow.
Simpsons movie, that was great as a kid. I have more lines memorized from that movie because I saw it so many times as a kid. If I watch it now, it probably won't be as good, but I'll probably still have fun with it. Anyway, on to our last question because I sandwiched Roberts and Pons together. We're going really fast with this question segment. Last question from Timmy. When are y'all going to talk about an M. Night Shyamalan film? God, Timmy, you're so whiny. Last time you complained about how we weren't
I
watching any Adam Sandler films. This is why you're our arch nemesis at Far Off Films, Timmy. You're the problem.
I might consider it. I don't know when though.
I'm not sure either. Like,
Because I know at some point I might have to choose The Last Airbender because I am very curious if it is actually like the worst movie ever.
no, it's not. I think it's kind of funny. I haven't, but I don't know. Maybe on a rewatch I'll hate it. I have a funny story about Avatar, but I'll save that in case it ever gets recommended.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are things I'd be interested. The Happening. I haven't seen that.
Uh,
That's one that's always
oh my
mentioned. Might
God,
want to
I
see that.
fucking love The Happening. I don't care how many issues it has. It is like the best movie ever.
Uh,
It's unironically my favorite of his.
Old. I wouldn't mind checking out that because I heard people hate
Yes.
that. Uh,
A
he's got
lot of
other
people
crappy.
don't
The
like
lady in
Glass.
the lady in the lake.
Lady in the Water.
Yeah, Lady in the Water. That one a lot of people talk about is a terrible,
After
great, so bad.
Earth also
After Earth. I have that on
with
Blu-ray. I could recommend
Will
any
Smith
time.
and Jaden Smith.
I mean, we might as well hop on that train now. Did you hear he has a
Um,
new movie coming out about slavery?
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith in Emancipation.
Oh
This
my.
time, it's for real. That's the tagline of the movie. But yeah, After Earth. What was that? Did you
A
sigh?
sigh.
That was such a weird sigh. Oh my god. I'm keeping that in. I have to have people hear that and agree with me.
Kind of like Ralph's weird little that kind of thing for
Ugh.
when he recommended. I forgot what episode it was, but I watched. It was like one of those YMS highlights, and he was like editing it, and he hears that weird little Ralph sign. He's like,
And he couldn't
"I'm
get
keeping
over
this
it.
in."
But to answer Timmy's question, eventually we'll
We don't
recommend
know
one
when, but
probably.
eventually.
To answer basically the same question as our fucking Adam Sandler question you had, we'll probably recommend him eventually. We don't know when. It's just gonna depend on when we feel like it. Big dumb baby man. But come on to our podcast, please, and invite us too. We need the recognition from your channel and for our films. But yeah, that's the end of our questions. Take it away, Cole.
All right. So questions are done, and now we are on to our movie picks. So since I did the retro one for this episode, Ninjedi is going to pick the retro for next episode.
So
Yep.
I was back and forth with like a lot. I didn't want to recommend like another horror film because we've been doing a lot of those. Don't let me stop you though if you're recommending a horror film. But
Mm-hmm.
I decided to go out of my way. I went back and forth between like a lot of movies. I was like, maybe I should recommend that, but I kind of seen it already, and maybe I want to do something else. Maybe this film, but this one kind of already has that like notoriety as a so bad it's good film. I don't want to. I want to do something a little off the beaten trail, but I didn't want to pick something too obscure. I found one. It's another film from Red Letter Media, or well, that was discussed by
Ooh.
Red Letter Media. And if you remember last time that we picked one, I picked one. It was Suburban Sasquatch.
Yep.
But this is a different one. This is an action movie. Where I'm picking 1987's Hollywood Cop.
Hollywood Cop.
Hollywood Cop. Here's the synopsis on Letterboxd for you. He breaks all the rules to get the job done. A detective tries to get back a child who has been kidnapped by gangsters.
It's the same guy who directed Samurai Cop.
Yep. But this is
Yes.
even earlier. This is the prototype, you can say, for Samurai Cop. But that's my pick. What's your pick for? What's your modern pick, Cole?
Okay. So I was honestly kind of thinking too. And since, I mean, obviously this episode is going to release in November also, but
Yeah.
since we're getting to November, it's about, might keep within the holiday spirit of Thanksgiving time. It's a horror movie from 2008, Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice. That's my gateway movie. That's the
Your
movie that
gateway.
that's the movie that opened my doors to finding shitty bad films that
Oh
are
my God.
hopefully entertaining. This has a special place in my heart. So already Hollywood Cop is doomed because I already have a bias.
Oh boy.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so if you don't want to be spoiled for Hollywood Cop or Thanksgiving, watch it before our next episode in 2 weeks.
And if you have questions, hey, how about asking them in the YouTube comments? Or, I don't know, email me.
Or in our or DM us if you're on Discord.
Message us on our OnlyFans. Only $5, and we'll answer your questions topless.
Wait, we have an OnlyFans?
Oh, man, we're going to after this episode.
Oh, we are gonna? Okay.
We're going to have
So
to open one up
$5 per
now.
question,
Now I'm
maybe,
talking
like,
about it.
so like are we gonna like rub our nipples also for each question?
We're going to be wearing a Suburban Sasquatch outfit with his big old titties.
Those tiggle bitties.
Yep, the tickle bitties. But yeah, ask us questions on
Oh, my
YouTube,
God.
or else you'll be doomed to hearing the same people ask the same questions over and over again. But yeah, and the end of episode. You all have a good day. Happy
Have a
Morbius.
happy Morbius, happy
Shit your
Shrek.
pants.
Baby Oopsie Daisy will come and kill you
And shit your pants.
if you don't ask a question.
Release the fart cut, Richard. Release the
Yeah,
fart helmet.
Richard.
Anyway, goodbye, everyone. Bye.
I
Happy Morbius.